Hey guys, welcome to my first old school RuneScape video where I will be showing you my alternative to woodcutting. I would like to say that this is not the best experience per hour. The best experience per hour is 2 tick teaks. However, this is a different way to 3 tick teaks with half of the clicking and around 40,000 to 55,000 magic experience per hour. I found this method when I was looking for a way to alch without bank standing. At one point, I got myself up to about 30,000 items to alch and didn't want to stand there alching for 24 hours, right? Screw that. I used to alch while slaying, but I am 99 Slayer and I'm concentrating on maxing right now, so I needed to find something else. Now, a lot of people would say, hey, why don't you do some alch agility? Well, fuck that. Let me tell you why. Agility is one of the slow skills in the game, and if you alch after every obstacle, you lose game ticks that would better be spent towards going to the next obstacle. That's going to tack on a few extra hours on your road to 99 agility. I'd rather just train agility by itself to get the maximum experience that I can to get the skill done as fast as I can. So what I'm about to do here is set up the apatol birds like I'm about to do 2 tick teaks. If you don't know what tick manipulation is, if you don't know what 2 tick teaks is, if you don't know what the birds have to do with anything, or what the hell I'm doing in general, I suggest you pause this and go watch Autumn Elegy's guide on 2 tick teaks. It's how I learned. It has a couple useful tips and tricks to get the birds set up correctly. It is a little dated. At the time of his video, Monkey Madness 2 hadn't come out, so you don't need to bring the Monkey Gree anymore, and you don't need to wait the 15 minutes for the monsters on the island to de-aggro. You can just run up here, get the bird set, and be on your way as long as you have Monkey Madness 2 done. I will post his link in the description. Go check it out. So I like to orient my screen like this so that I can click on the east tree if the 2 west trees collapse. Also, by having the birds on the east side of you, you can click between the 3 trees in any order and never worry about having to mess up the bird's rhythm. So to explain this method, you have a chance at chopping a log from any tree in old school RuneScape every 4 game ticks. High Alchemy is done every 5 ticks, but for this method I will cast it every 6 ticks. Once I gather a log, I cast High Alch, which stops my woodcutting action and allows my auto retaliate to kick in, where my character tries to attack the bird, but then I immediately click on the tree again, which forces a chance at an instant log. Then I wait for those 4 game ticks to gather another log naturally, then I cast High Alch to repeat the process. Alright, now for the math. When I cast High Alch till the time I cast High Alch again is 6 game ticks. In that time, I have a chance at 2 logs, hence why this is considered the same as 3 tick woodcutting. This method only requires you to click 3 times every 6 ticks, whereas other well-known methods such as Tar or Vambraces is 6 clicks every 6 ticks. There is another great method of 3 tick teaks using an empty blowpipe that Lava Rune has on YouTube. That is 4 clicks every 6 ticks. Personally, I favor this method, but as soon as I am done with my alchs, I will probably use Lava Rune's method. I will post a link to that in the description as well. Alright, so before you guys see it on the screen and get your pitchforks out and start flaming me, hey man, what the hell are you doing with those logs? What I'm going to be doing is you have to drop the logs eventually. And this is the method that I prefer using. It's a 2 tick drop method where you drop the log, click the tree, drop the log, click the tree. This grants me up to about 130,000 woodcutting experience an hour, but it lowers my alching to about 630 to 650 alchs an hour at my current level of 91. Obviously this is a 3 tick method, but dropping the logs in that 2 tick method, it's not 2 click intensive. Obviously it's 2 clicks for every log that you're going to get, but it is pretty quick and it does get you a lot of experience per hour in the woodcutting. The second method I like to use is, if you want to be a little bit lazier, is just hold shift, drop all the logs, and then get right back into your alching. That method gets me around 850 alchs an hour, but I only get 110,000 experience of woodcutting an hour at my current level. The third method that I use to drop the logs is a bit more click intensive, but grants me up to 900 alchs an hour at the same rate of 110,000 experience in woodcutting an hour at my current level. To do this, you need to keep shift held down, and when you go to click your alch, you need to quickly click on a neighboring log after you alch, so you alch and drop in the same tick. Using this method, I found myself misclicking a bit more, and a few times I would mess up the bird's rhythm, so I don't use that method much anymore, but it is an option, and it does increase your alching to the maximum that you could possibly get in the hour. Obviously, alching is 5 ticks per, but since we're doing it 6 ticks, you're not going to get the 1200 alchs an hour, which would be what you'd get if you're bank standing. But 900 alchs an hour is pretty damn close, and on top of that, you're getting 110,000 woodcutting experience an hour as well. What I'm showing you now is a capture of my RuneLite experience tracker after 1 hour of my method I'm using in this video. As you can see, I gain about 26,000 firemaking experience. Now, that's just a bonus, but I do recommend using an infernal axe because it does increase your alchs per hour since your inventory lasts 30% longer before you have to use one of the 2 methods of dropping the logs. 130,000 experience in woodcutting almost. That is pretty average. I have gone higher as well as lower. And that 41,200 magic experience adds up to about 633 alchs in the hour, which is a little bit on the low side, but it is a bit dependent on your RNG when you do the drop 2-tick method. Sometimes you can get your MV dropped in under a minute, other times you will drop a log, click the tree, and get a log right back, more than missing a log or the infernal axe burning a log. All in all, this is a pretty average trip other than the alchs being a little low, but of course every trip will be different. So guys, thanks for watching my alternative method to 3-tick woodcutting. I really hope I explained it easily to where all levels of players can grasp what is happening here. If you guys liked or disliked it, please leave a comment telling me what you think. I do feel like I stumbled on a pretty good method that nobody knew about. I do realize I'm not the first person to alch while training a gathering skill before, but I do feel like no one has been able to incorporate high alch into tick manipulation like I did in this video. Thanks again for watching, and I hope I see some people out there trying this out.